NFL on CBS starts today.
What is up, YouTube and BlogTV.com? Welcome to Ravens Fan Nation. As you all know, we have some developments that rumors been passed around a little bit around my area and on the internet a little bit, as well as BaltimoreRavens.com. Several emails have been coming into the Ravens lately this past week about telling or asking the Ravens to obtain Brandon Marshall from the Denver Broncos. So is Brandon Marshall getting closer, or is he even in the run to become a Raven? Let's answer this by one simple question. One simple question. Do you think the Denver Broncos are going to let him go fly to Baltimore? Do you think he's going to fly to Baltimore? Do you think Baltimore's going to catch him the rod? If you answered no to all those questions, you're right. The Baltimore Ravens and BaltimoreRavens.com, as well as Mike Duffy, has reported and closely monitored these rumors and has put out this saying: the Ravens are unlikely, highly unlikely to obtain Brandon Marshall. And the reason is, the thought is he's on a holdout. That's why he's not been showing up for practice. There's some thoughts about of a possible deal that could go down to a trade, that teams could get involved. But here's the thing you want to watch out for. This is, again, just a rumor, and these are just pretty much fans, and there's a sports column, newspaper, the same one that reported Bolden, that came out of Phoenix, Arizona, that reported that Anquan Bolden was closer to being a Raven. Another reporting, one of their catchy headline titles was Brandon Marshall closer to becoming Baltimore, or something like that, whatever the title was, but it was referring to what the Anquan Bolden situation was. And the Anquan Bolden situation, pretty much carried on for about a month until the Ravens seriously said, you know what, hey, it's draft day, we're getting Michael Orr, we're not trading down, which in my opinion was a stupid deal. But again, then it comes to the money. Terrell Suggs still hasn't signed his a contract, so it's still, you know, a bad idea. The Ravens should have at least got Bolden. They should have went after Harrison. They should have offered more for Torrey Holt. I mean, there's so many good wide receivers out there the Ravens never, ever, ever, I guess, went after. Now, Brandon Marshall is a great player. And I would be happy to have him on the Baltimore Ravens team, but to all the Ravens fans out here, it is unlikely that Brandon Marshall, and I mean highly, I'm talking about, when I say highly unlikely, I don't want to put in the context of if Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Eli Manning comes to the Ravens. That would just never happen. Anywhere in the near future, even you could predict it, you know. So Brandon Marshall to the Ravens. Right now, it would look like maybe a 10-20%, maybe less than that, maybe a 6%, maybe a 1%, maybe a negative 3,000. Who knows? Because the Ravens, again, these are fans and independent sports columns that are writing to the Ravens. You should obtain Brandon Marshall while you had the chance. But I don't believe Denver's going to let him go. I don't believe Brandon wants to leave Denver. Again, there's some talk about contract issues. Legal issues is another big, huge thing that the Ravens are concerned about, and a lot of teams will be concerned about, just like Plexico Burress. But the Ravens need to obtain somebody that's worthy in this 2009 NFL off season. They've got a couple good players: Matt Burke, L.J. Smith, Chris Carr. But these players are what they call, in my opinion, sleepers. They're not highly known. They're not going to affect the team in a huge way because most will either go in the practice squad or go into secondary or backups or whatnot. L.J. Smith may or may not start. Vontae Davis is expected to start. Matt Burke is expected to start. John Beck is going to be competing for a second. So, I mean, these players that the Ravens are getting are not huge starters. The Ravens haven't got anybody that's a huge starter. This is my opinion. In this offseason, wide receiver Kelly Washington, not a big play wide receiver at all. He could go into a secondary spot or a third spot behind Demetrius Williams. So I don't know. I mean, Brandon Marshall, he's a great player. I would love to see him as a Raven, but is it going to happen? No. You know, I don't want. And this is another thing too. We got a comment from a while back from JD and Saxtown when we put up Anquan Bolden coming to Baltimore, and he wrote us back and said, "Hey, this is a lot misleading." So I'm not saying. I just want to make this clear to him or anybody's watching these videos. This is not official. This is not coming from any major sports networks. The NFL, the Ravens have pretty much denied it. Mike Duffy has denied it. When Mike Duffy denies things, pretty much it comes from the Ravens. He's a spokesman, a writer, a blogger, whatever you want to call him. So Brandon Marshall to Baltimore. Let me just tell you this: if you could put your money on this, if they were bets down for him. That sounds kind of racist, but if you know what I mean, you get me. If there was kind of bets on this, kind of horse racing or whatever, just like horse racing is, don't put your money on Brandon Marshall because he's not coming to Baltimore. I know it sounds racist. If it does sound racist, I'm sorry. That's not what I mean. But he's not coming to Baltimore. And if Baltimore obtained him, it'd be a big surprise. I was waiting for this entire time Torrey Holt to come. Torrey Holt went to Jacksonville. I was waiting for Bolden to come. Bolden is still in that midst of where is he going to go. I mean, Arizona right now is going to be the obviously positive choice for him. He signed a new agent, or he got a new agent, pardon me. Obtained one there. Plexico Burr is still out there, I believe. The Seattle Seahawks picked up a great wide receiver. Cincinnati's still keeping my name for him, Chad Johnson. Marvin Harrison, still out there. There's some big play wide receivers that are still out there that the Ravens could obtain. But the Ravens, see, this is what I love about the Ravens. The Ravens are smart. Or for example, if somebody goes out, I mean, Brandon Marshall's a great player, but he gets into a lot of legal trouble. The same with Plexico Burress got into legal trouble. When you have a player, just like Michael Vick, I just want to say that. If you have a player that's had legal past, legal trouble, for the first time a legal offense and, been suspended, kicked off, fired, whatever from the NFL, and you maybe 1, 2, 3, that's more than 6 times. It means getting to like murder charge. That's different. But when you go to like small, not really big legal charges, and you think, why don't the Ravens get him? That's a small legal charge. It ain't gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt us. Get Brandon Marshall. Get Plexico Burress. Get Michael Vick. Whatever the person would be. Why don't the Ravens obtain him? Well, the Ravens are kind of smart. A lot of teams are smart like this too. They don't want to risk it and have drama in their locker rooms because they might be the best wide receivers, best quarterbacks, best running backs in the league. But when they're off, that's when their behavior starts to go out. I mean, I was looking forward, and actually I was pretty much the entire time, I was thinking we're going to get a big play person in Baltimore. T.O., Terrell Owens. Even though I kind of from the start knew Baltimore wasn't going to go after him, and he wound up in Buffalo, which is one of the biggest surprises of my life. So, Brandon Marshall to Baltimore. Rumor has it, no. It's just like, dude, where's my car? No. We don't know, right? Or 8 below. That's kind of what the chances are of Brandon Marshall coming to Baltimore. Yep, down. It's a rumor. If anybody hears about it, don't believe it. Don't spread this. Don't spread this as gossip. I'm taking this now and saying the Ravens are not getting Brandon Marshall. Please don't go around posting videos saying he is. The reason this title says Brandon Marshall closer to becoming or Brandon Marshall becoming a Raven, and it has the 6 little question marks, is not exactly meaning he's becoming a Raven. It's to catch people's attention. If I put Brandon Marshall is not going to Baltimore, nobody's going to watch this video. It'd be pointless to make it. So that's the reason why I had the title. This is not a misleading video. I'm Joe. I'll check y'all out later. Check out our videos. Rate, subscribe, comment. I'll check y'all out later. I got a business meeting tomorrow, so I got to get some sleep. Check y'all out later.